The patience of the godly shall not be frustrated, and the expectation of the righteous shall triumph. Alright, Shalom. I want to start off this video by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Bahashim, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. In grace and peace to you elect around the four winds, believing and pushing is true in all sincerity. May the blessing of election be upon your houses. This is your fellow servant, Rakaria, from the GMS Orlando camp. And tonight, coming at you with a lesson of exhortation. All right, for you elect Akim and Akwaf out there, to be patient and expect victory. All right, be patient and expect victory. All right, and tonight we're just gonna be reading through Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd and 3rd chapter a little bit. You know, Lord witness edifying unto you elect. All right, but the inspiration for tonight's lesson comes from a conversation that I was overhearing earlier today between a couple of Jakes. And you know, when you really get into the mindset of these people, you know, their expectation is very low concerning the Lord and concerning their future. You know, Jake doesn't expect the Lord to return. They don't expect the prophecies to be fulfilled, and they don't expect the so-called white man to be taken out of power. You know, and quite frankly, fuck what this world expects. Because our expectations are the only ones rooted in reality. All right, rooted in prophecy. All right, our expectation for the Lord to come back is going to come to pass. All right, our expectation for America, Babylon the Great to fall is going to come to pass. And we're living in the midst of it. Our expectation for the Lord to save during this time of great affliction is going to come to pass. Somebody's going to be saved on this earth. Best believe that. All right, everybody ain't going to get killed. The elect on this earth is going to get the victory, man. Expect that. No matter who it is. Lord willing, it's us. But somebody on this earth is going to get the victory. The patience of the godly is not going to be frustrated, and the expectation of the righteous is going to triumph at the end of the day. What this world expects from us is nothing but death, man. They don't expect this ministry to prosper. They don't expect the Lord to return. They don't expect righteousness to have any fruit. But little to their knowledge, all these things do have fruit. They do have a reward. Righteousness, there is a reward for righteousness. All right. And the patience of the godly is not going to be frustrating. Let me get that real quick. Matter of fact, in the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiastes, chapter 16, and verse 13, it says, "The sinner shall not escape with his spoils, and the patience of the godly shall not be frustrated." All right, and the sinner ain't going to escape with his spoils. All right, 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and American Indians, you ain't going to escape. Neither is the so-called white man. All right, the so-called white man is going to have to vomit up the riches that he's accumulated. All right, he's not going to get away with the spoils that he's gotten through treachery, deceit, lies, robbery, murder. He's not going to get away with that shit. All right, the Lord's going to recompense him right to his face, and we're in the midst of that recompense as we speak. And the patience of the godly through all this is not going to be frustrated. Those who have patience in the Lord, those who keep their faith in Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, are not going to be confounded. Hell, they haven't been confounded now. How much more in the future? Our patience isn't in vain. All right, and our expectation is not in vain. Our expectation is a lively expectation. Why? Because we have a lively hope. All right, and these prophecies are lively. They plan out day by day. The Lord is getting closer day by day. He's closer than he's ever been. All right, now expectation regarding the Lord and regarding us being men of the Lord is high, man. Our expectation regarding our Father is high. Just like any son, all right, regards his father or his master, that's how we regard the Lord and his son. All right, that's how we look up to the Lord and his son. All right, our Lord. We have high expectations. Because we know our Father is a man that can do that. He can do that. And he is going to do that. Best believe that. But let's get this. In Wisdom of Solomon, the 3rd chapter. And excuse all this wind. Lord willing, y'all can hear me. It's Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3. It says, but the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Heavenly Father, and there shall no torment touch them. All right. We are in the hands of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. All right. And no man can pluck us from the hand of the Lord. Save the Lord himself. And Lord willing, we're the elect. Lord willing, we were allotted, we've been preordained to be a part of that number. That's sealed in the Lord's hand, man. But it says, but the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Heavenly Father, and there shall no torment touch them. Just like it says in Job, the 5th chapter, right? Starting around the 19th verse. Let's see, let's get it. This is Job chapter 5. In verse 19. It says, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beast of the earth. For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beast of the field shall be at peace with thee. And this is a part of our expectation. This should be a part of your expectation. All right. The Lord ain't all doom and gloom. The Lord didn't call us into this truth to destroy us. All right. The up and coming destruction was meant for the wicked, like it says in 1 Thessalonians. All right. We didn't get prank called into this truth, man. The Lord don't work like that. We have to have a lively hope concerning the Lord, man. Otherwise, what difference are we from 2/3? Their hope is vain. Their expectation is vain. Ours shouldn't be, because the Lord revealed the truth unto us in these latter days so that we might have a different fate from the rest of this world. These niggas don't have no hope. They don't have no hope, man. But us, through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we have hope. And we have the expectation of the Lord. And it's not going to be frustrating. It's Wisdom of Solomon, back in Wisdom of Solomon, the 3rd chapter, the 2nd verse. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die. And in the sight of these people, we seem to die. You know, we seem to perish because we're bringing ourselves under this discipline. You know, we're bringing ourselves under the tutelage and the discipline of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. We killed off that old man. We're no longer a part of this world. You know, we're no longer fruits of this world, but we're fruits of the Spirit. We're fruits of the Spirit of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. All right. And to this world, we seem to die. And in a sense, we did. All right. That old man is dead. That nigga is gone. Or he should be. Into this world, we died. But we gained much more as we killed this old man. We gained so much more in Hamashiach. In essence, we were quickened, meaning made alive by this word. We're the true living. Like it says in Proverbs, those who wander out of the way of understanding, they remain in the congregation of the dead, roughly paraphrasing. As we've been quickened by this word, we've been made alive. All right, we've been rejuvenated. We've been refreshing. And now we dwell amongst the congregation of the living. All right, as you listen to brothers around the 4 corners of the globe, our elders and apostles, all right, that's the congregation of the living. The rest of these people are dead. It says, in the sight of the unwise, they seem to die. And the departure is taken for misery. And they're going from us to be utter destruction. But they are in peace. All right. And through the Spirit, man, we've been given a peace above no other. You know, we've been given a peace through this truth that this world can't obtain. That's why they bugging the hell out. That's why the reason why these people don't have peace is because they don't have this faith. They don't have the answers. They don't know why these things are happening. They don't know what's happening. They don't know who's bringing it. They don't know how they're going to get out of it. But through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we have all these answers. That's why we have an expectation of the Lord. That's why our expectation of Yahweh Shem Yahushua should be greater than this world. And that's why we should be patient. That's why we should maintain our patience. Because through maintaining our patience, our expectations are going to manifest in the earth, and Lord willing, through us. Lord willing. Says, for though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. And yeah, you know, we seem to be punished in the sight of men. You know, we seemingly, all right, put that in quotation marks. We seemingly bums on the corners wearing dresses with no jobs, just disgruntled Negroes going on about the so-called white man. We in the sight of these people, we seem to die. We seem to be punished in the sight of men. We persecuted. I called the armpit of Israel. Called all types of derogatory terms, labeling us rapists and all this, that, and the third madness. In the sight of the men, we seem to be punished in the sight of men. Yet is their hope full of immortality. All right. All through all those things, our hope is still full of immortality. Why? Because we have a vision of what's to come. All right, the Lord made us privy to what's getting ready to happen. And what's getting ready to happen is the victory over this world. The righteous is going to get the victory, man. The world ain't going to remain in shambles. The world ain't going to remain under the rulership of wicked, demonic rulers. The world ain't going to continue to run around wickedness, revolve around wickedness and sin. The world ain't going to continue to run like that. Pretty soon, righteousness is going to be the standard in the earth. All right. And through that righteousness is going to come our immortality, Lord willing. It says, and having been a little chastened, they shall be greatly rewarded. All right. And through this little chastening, you know, that we go through on a daily basis is going to come a great reward. Like it says in Romans, the 8th chapter, right? Let's get that real quick. Because the things that the Lord puts us through on a daily basis really can't compare to what's getting ready to be revealed to the Lord's elect. You know, our little 9 to 5, our little, daily woes really ain't nothing compared to the Lord's journey. And it ain't nothing compared to the reward for enduring all these things. The reward for righteousness far supersedes the work put in, man. If you get what I'm trying to say. All right, this is Romans chapter 8 and verse 18. It says, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. All right, the sufferings of this present time really aren't worthy to be compared with what the Lord has in store for his elect. We're talking about immortality. We're talking about rest. We're talking about the Lord being in the earth, being here, running shit. The nations in subjection. We're talking about the Commonwealth of Israel. We're talking about rest. All that and more. Just for these, these daily woes that we go through on a daily basis, But going back, that's why whatever we going through on a daily basis, really, we got to shake that shit off, man. Like the brother in the camp says, our worst day is our best day. For real. Our worst day is our best day. Why? Because we still have, even through our worst days, we still have faith. We still have the names of the Lord. We still have the promises to lean on. We still have the Lord to lean on. And we still have the brotherhood. We good, man. It says, as gold in the, for God proved them and found them worthy for himself. As gold in the furnace have he tried them and received them as a burnt offering. And in the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. They shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people. And their Lord shall reign forever. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth. And such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his elect. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he have care for his elect. But the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imaginations, which have neglected the righteous and forsaken the Lord. All right. And the ungodly are going to receive the reward. All right. Those who have a low expectation of the Lord are going to receive that low expectation. All right. Like the scriptures say, according to your faith, be it unto you. What do you expect from the Lord? That's really what it boils down to. What do you expect from the Lord? Through all the reading that you've been doing, through all the lessons that the Lord has been teaching us on a daily basis, what do you expect from the Lord? Because the Lord's been showing us that we can lean on him. The Lord's been showing us that we can trust him. The Lord's been showing us that he's a man of his word. The Lord's been showing us that the patience of the godly is not going to be frustrated because the prophecies are coming to pass. So what's your expectation in the Lord? It should be nothing but great. Speaking for myself first and foremost. See. I was going to read in Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter, but I'm just get this last precept and then I'll close it out. All right. This is Psalms 58 and verse 11. It says, so that a man shall say, verily, there is a reward for righteousness. Verily, he is a power that judgeth the earth. All right. And pretty soon, this is going to be the sentiment in the earth, that there was a reward for righteousness. There was a reward, all right, for bringing your body under subjection. There was a reward for putting off the flesh. There was a reward for bringing yourself under this discipline. There was a reward for having patience in the Lord, for having a healthy expectation of the Lord. There was a reward for these things. Hey, I got one more. Just popped into my mind. Let's get this in 2 Maccabees 15, starting at verse 7. All right, it says, but Maccabeus had ever sure confidence that the Lord would help him. Wherefore he exhorted his people not to fear the coming of the heathen against them, but to remember the help which in former times they had received from heaven, and now to expect the victory and aid which shall come unto them from the Almighty. All right. And this is the same mindset that we have to arm ourselves with. All right. The expectation of victory. All right. Renewing that confidence in the Lord. Because like it says in Sirach, the 2nd chapter, whoever called on the Lord was confounded. Nobody. The Lord came through for each and every one of our righteous forefathers. And the same is going to be done, and even greater here in these latter days, for the elect. Wherefore he exhorted his people not to fear the coming of the heathen against them, but to remember the help which in former times they had received from heaven, and now to expect the victory and aid which shall come unto them from the Almighty. And so comforting them out of the law and the prophets, and withal putting them in mind of the battles they have won afore, he made them more cheerful. And when he had stirred up their minds, he gave them their charge, shewing them that withal the falsehood of the heathen and the breach of oaths. Thus he armed every one of them, not so much with defensive shields and spears, as with comfortable and good words. And beside that, he told them a dream worthy to be believed, as if it had been so indeed, which did not a little rejoice them. All right. And here in these latter days, man, we have to expect, all right, the Lord, greatness from the Lord, man. All right, our expectations should be high concerning our power. All right. Patience and expectation. All right. Patience and expectation. Continue to be patient. All right. Continue to be patient. We ain't got nothing but time. All right. We're on the Lord's time, and the Lord is playing everything out perfectly. He is, man. Trust the process. All right. Be patient. Continue to be patient. All right. The Lord is coming back. The Lord is going to make his return. Expect that. These prophecies are going to come to pass. Expect that. And the victory is going to come to the elect. Expect that. hey, another expectation. Expect for the Lord to come through for you. That being said, shalom. Stay up.